we've got our first comedian coming up to the stage. He's only on 2 open mics. I thought I was the oldest comedian getting into comedy last year at 40. This man is a little bit older than me. He goes by the name Boomer Mike, and he's gonna show you what he's got. Come up here, Mike.
For the record, as we lawyers like to say, it's Boomer Mark. This is the mic right here. And please, I'd ask you, hold your applause, suppress your laughter until the real comedians come on. Because if this is my comedy debut, I guess that makes me a debutante. And I feel like I was just raped by the Germeister. Anyway, the reason I'd like you to hold your applause is because Germ is only giving me 4 minutes tonight. I'm gonna use 5, maybe 5.5, okay? And it's not because I'm humble, it's because time is limited. So what I wanna do tonight is tell you a true story. You've all heard of the movies Santa Claus 1, or Bad Santa rather. Bad Santa 1, Bad Santa 2. Tonight you're gonna hear the story of the worst Santa ever. Now, I've been a trial lawyer in Chicago for 39 years, longer than most of you have been alive. But I grew up in Miami Beach, Florida. And back in 1971, even before your parents were probably born, I got a really sweet job when I was 19 years old, assistant social director of a major resort hotel. And one of my duties was to play the hotel Santa. So I'd put on my red coat, red trousers, red hat, white beard, and I would go out on this huge balcony that overlooked the entire back of the hotel. The pool deck, the beaches, the cabanas, the volleyball courts, the whole thing. So I'm standing up there 100 feet above this crowd, and I'm looking down on 2,000 people who I know in just a few minutes are gonna have to focus all their attention on me. So I really, though, didn't feel like Santa Claus, because the real Santa Claus visits only one family at a time. And by the way, if you doubt there's a real Santa Claus, let me tell you, there really is, because his fucking lawyer sent me a cease and desist letter after this incident I'm about to tell you about. So, not feeling like Santa, I really felt more like Italian dictator Benito Mussolini. Il Duce, Duccio Mortallaro, Lenzini, Mordini, Nannini, Figaro, La Repubblica Italiano Fasciste e Lollapalooza! Well, that's what I wanted to say to the 2000. What I actually said was, ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! And listen, boys and girls, line up because Santa Claus is coming down to meet you! And I went down the spiral staircase, I went to Santa's chair by the pool, and there were 150 kids lined up to sit on my lap and tell Santa what they want for Christmas. 80% of them were Jewish. Anyway, the first 50 kids went fine. Maybe 2 peed in my lap, and the red felt was really absorption, so I didn't notice that until long after. But then I saw him, 10-year-old fat boy from New York with a malicious, mischievous expression on his face. And actually, he kind of reminded me of myself when I was a boy. Anyway, he sits in my lap. I said, ho, 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 little boy, what would you like for Christmas? And he says, nothing from you. You're not Santa. You're Mark, the assistant social director. I said, ho, 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 no. I'm Santa Claus, come all the way from the North Pole to Miami Beach to sit here in a wool suit, 86 degrees. So what do you want anyway? You're not Santa, you're Mark. I know you're Mark. Listen, you little motherfucker, don't ruin it for the little kids. Well, I know you're Mark, and you're not Santa, and I can prove you're Mark. And he grabbed my beard, Red. I've used it. Testing. He grabbed my beard, he pulled it down all the way to my lap, and then he let go, and whap, it hit me right in the face and almost knocked out my contact lens. So I pulled it down. My nose was sticking through the mouth opening of the beard. And then I heard getting feedback. 2,000 people began to laugh all at once, taking pictures, taking home movies of me laughing at me. Well, you know what? They talk about reptilian brain. My reptilian brain came out, and it wasn't a little lizard, and it wasn't a gecko, and it wasn't an iguana. No, it was a giant Komodo dragon, breathing fire. Well, actually, spitting toxic saliva. I guess that's what they do. Anyway, this Komodo dragon comes out, and I reach around this fat kid, and I grab a roll of that fat flesh, and I squeeze as hard as I can until my hands are hurting. And this kid starts going, ow, ow, ow. And I realize, I gotta mask his cries. There's 2,000 people. So I put my face next to his, and I start going, ho, 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 to drown out his cries. He goes, ow, 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 ho, 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 ow, 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 ho, 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 ow, ho. And you know what he did next? This little brat who had exposed me and denounced me as Mark, the assistant social director, he shrieked, "Let go, Santa! Let go!" And so I did. But then the Komodo dragon crawled back to its cave, and the primate brain came back into my skull. And I realized, oh my God, this kid's parents are in the crowd. They're going to call the police and have me arrested. And I'm going to go to jail and wind up with a criminal record. And I'll never be able to go to law school. And do you want to know what happened next? That's not a rhetorical question. Do you want to know what happened next?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened next was nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I got down on my knees and I said, "Thank you, Jesus! Thank you!" And you know what, Jesus? From now on your birthday, I pledge that I am never again going to say season's greetings, or happy holidays, or enjoy the long weekend. From now on, I'm going to say on your birthday, even though I'm Jewish like you, I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Thank you. I'm Boomer Mark.